This is just a short demo of the AFX mode on the Bass Station 2. It's a fantastic addition that came out in April. And the AFX Twin was sort of part of the development team, I think, on this. Just to show you quickly what it is. Every key has got a different sound on it. It's ridiculously sort of clever way of using a synth. If you go into function plus swing twice, you get this these overlay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, and 3, 4 have these built-in ones now. An overlay is what they call having the 25 different keys, each with a separate sound. So there's 4 built in. So they're the AFX Twin ones. And then there's empty ones. So I'll populate an empty one later, but just for now, let's go into this. And this is a great example of how you can use this live using the arpeggiators. Although I'm demoing this with the Overlay 2, which is one of the AFX presets, you can do it with anything yourself, obviously. And what I suggest is on the left hand, on the lower keys, put in some percussive tracks maybe, or percussive sounds I should say, and on the right hand, or on the upper notes, put some chords or something that are sort of melodic and work well together. So if we take the arpeggiator off there, you can hear they've programmed those to sound musically nice together. They're not completely sort of separate, independent, and don't relate to each other in any way. So by using these and adding some percussive sounds, let's have a listen. So you can see instantly there, you can make your own variations on that. You could. You just got to make sure your arpeggiating makes musical sense. So I'm using 3 percussive sounds followed by 1 melodic sound, and that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 beats in a bar, doesn't it? I've used up mode there. You could use any of the different modes to get different variations. But you could really use that as a basis for a track. And you could, of course, record 4 separate sequences into each track. And then you can put latch mode on, and then you can let it play itself. Let's try that. Put a variation on sequence 1. And then let's record sequence 2 then. So now we've got brilliant. I can't believe how sort of easy it is to do that. That's amazing. So my next tip is really more about what I was saying about using on the right hand musically sort of similar tones. So if we start a new overlay, so number 5. I've started messing with this one before, so let's just do this. What you've got to remember is that if you're going from a C to a C sharp, this C sharp now, you want it to play in the same sort of key or the same similar notes that you're going to have in a sequence if you're playing in the key of C major, for example. So you don't want to have things that are playing C sharps and F sharps and A flats and B flats maybe. Maybe you do if you're playing minor keys or whatever, but you can work out what your sequence is. But when you start overlaying the keys, make sure they all work musically. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to keep them all, sort of base them around a C and a G. So we'll start off with the first key. And what have I got there? Let's oscillator 1. an oscillator 2. It's a major third, so that's playing an E. And let's bring the sub in as well, just because we can. And let's detune the sub to make it 3 oscillators. Let's get it to a -5, and then I'm playing effectively a C major chord. Instantly try and play it up the keyboard, which doesn't work, obviously. And let's just mess it up now. Okay, messed up a bit. Let's go to the next note then. So completely unrelated musically. So let's put it down to a C. So it's playing a C sharp at the minute. So let's take oscillator 1 and knock it down into a C. There you go. Let's add an E again to oscillator 2, which means adding 1, 2, 3. So one oscillator is playing -1 and one oscillator is playing +3. Stick it on bandpass. I'm just going to make them all different, but musically similar. Let's go into the next note now, D. You can see where this is going, can't you? Okay, let's see what we've got now. It reminds me of putting samples across the keyboard on the Akai samplers back in the day. Let's try and do some sort of classic drum and bass, shall we?